Hi, this is Julie Calvey, and I am, as always, very excited to announce a new offering, a new service I have to give to you. This is especially exciting because it's even easier, faster, and the most long-lasting, and in fact, it's totally long-lasting. Something that I've awakened to. Now, I actually awoke to this within the last few years, but didn't know what to do with it. So when I came out of my sleeping state and I was waking up, I got this message. You are one of the 3% of the population who knows the universal codes. Great. I loved that. Everybody likes to feel special, but I didn't know what, and I saw these digits, numbers. Anyway, I didn't know what to do with it, and I just put it aside. Didn't think much of it. Uh, I would mention it I mentioned it to one person because I got the message that he was also one of the 3%. So 3% of the population is quite a bit of number of people. And then came along a person on my podcast who was actually channeling the universal codes. And with that, as I was receiving from her, uh, she calls them something else, assisting frequencies. And so I always, on my podcast, in order to support them, I always sign up for a session. So I started receiving these, she calls them assisting frequencies. I woke up fully. I went into this automatic healing that an astrologer told me I would go into an automatic healing space. Uh, and this was years ago, at around the age I am right now. He showed it right in my chart that I would go into this automatic healing. And that's where I am now. I actually went multidimensional because of this healing. Now, being in a constant healing space isn't really good for anybody because, again, I went multidimensional too fast, too soon. But no, let me just talk about the codes. Um, Now, because of this, because I received some of the frequencies enough to wake me up to be able to channel them. Now I have been given permission to go off on my own and do it my way. I can't do it anybody else's way. It constricts me, it confines me. It's not my own way. So I am now doing it my way. And it's totally my way. So it's my new session. What I am offering you is what I do is I connect with your higher self, which I've have been doing in my previous session. I easily connect with your higher self and ask your higher self what is the best for you in this place in time. And I may also ask you some questions about, what triggers you, what repetition you've been going through, because I also, I always want to make it about you in a body as well. So with all of this guidance, I will come up with more than one code, unless your higher self tells me enough is enough. I always get the best information from your higher self, and of course your Akashic records. So I confirm and I confirm. Um, So when enough is enough, enough is enough. And then I will teach you how to, you carry, yeah, let me stop here and say, you are all carriers of the codes. You have everything, everything, everything inside of you, all universes, all stars, all planets, all everything. And then you project them outside into the worlds in order to live this life that we call life. But everything lives inside of you, including these codes. When I deliver them to you, and the way I will actually teach you how to say the numbers in order to amplify them within you, in order so that you burst open the specific codes that you need in that space in time in order to heal. Now, I could get into, and I will, yes, when I'm going to speak on a podcast in December. I'll put that out into announcement. You need to join my website mailing list, and you'll receive an announcement for when I speak December 15th for on what's her name, Elena Mana's telesummit, and in that I'll hold a webinar, and I'll get more into the information behind the codes and how they really work. And I know organically how they work. Nobody knows truthfully how they work as well as I do, and I know this. So, and I want to give you a little bit more information as the person who calls herself, well, the person who calls them the assisting frequencies, as 3% of the population became awake to the ability to channel these codes. I know of one, I know of two, I know of three, I know of 4 personally. 3% of the population is many. And then I went on to Google and just universal codes, and I saw, and I went images, and I, whoa. So yeah, there are many that are actually channeling these codes. So it's like the 100th monkey theory. And if you don't know about the 100th monkey theory, I won't go into that right now. But I will, in the telesummit, I will also gift to you a webinar where I'll go into all of this, the teaching of what's behind all of this. Sorry if my screen went blank. Norton just got in the way. So, during this YouTube, I would like to put before you a code. I'm just going to bring it up in me. Let me bring it up in me. Okay, good. Let me amplify it in me. And this was brought up in me after the election, for the good of all, for peace and calmness. And I'm hoping you feel that. It's not the full way to amplify it within you, but I'm holding it in my vibration. I just amplified it in myself. So I'm holding it in my vibration, and if you're sensitive enough to feel it, this will amplify it in you and hopefully bring you into peace and calmness. Okay, so, and it will take you there in an instant. This is instantaneous, and it is long lasting, and it's easy. Easy, easy, easy. And it's forever, long lasting. Also, after you receive a code, to align, as I've always said, brilliant but unbalanced light is good for nobody. That's why I went multidimensional, but I didn't remember where I was when I was multidimensional. I had to, in order to confirm, I always confirm in my Akashic records, and yeah, I went multidimensional. But I forgot where I came back in confusion. I had made my dinner, and then I went to make my dinner, and there was no food in my fridge. So I looked in my stove, and my dinner was cooking. All the dishes had been washed. And I checked, I opened my records. Yeah, I went multidimensional. And that's no good for anybody. Now we're all, fifth dimension and beyond is everywhere. It's a matter of where you put your attention. So you're all in fifth dimensional consciousness. You're all greatly expanded. You're all embodying it all the time. It's a matter of where most of your attention is. And I will say this, because I need to say this. We were supposed to support the earth and the new earth in her birthing herself into her own expansion. It's not enough of us are becoming awake and aware. So the new earth is actually supporting us in our own awakening. Humanity is in trouble. So now, as I have come into alignment, and what I'm going to do is switch to this mudra, the tip of the thumb to the first. Okay, I was streaming. I have to keep streaming. As humanity is in trouble, our house is burning down. So please hop on board, because I'm getting out of here sooner than I thought and faster than I think, so as to not have to watch this house burn down. So that's my streaming, and my streaming comes from my higher self. Yes, indeed. So let me finish this. So this is to bring in the light, which I just let go, to fill up the void from which I just dissolved, from the untruths that I just dissolved by amplifying the code that I just sent to you and amplified in myself, the peace and calmness. And there's a reason that I needed to amplify it today, and I don't need to tell you about that. Okay, and then again, always go back to anytime you do a session, do these 3 mudras, but the only one you need to do for at least a week. Right now, I'm told I need to do this for 14 days. But it's because of what I'm being called on to do later this afternoon in a group. Hold this one last for as many days as you are told. If you're doing some kind of session work and you now this is to align the light that you just brought in. Brilliant but unbalanced light is good for nobody. It's not good for humanity. It's not for the good for the planet. So I'll say once more, please hop on board. Do what you can where you are and with what you have right now. Do what you can. We've all been slapped in the face. The universe loves us, and we've been slapped in the face with exactly what we need to learn and grow. We've been slapped in the face with these candidates. What have we been slapped in the face with? Meanness, corruption. When we turn that upside down, what do we get? Kindness. We need to learn to be kind to ourselves and to others. What do we get out of corruption? Turn it upside down. Integrity. My integrity has always been everything to me. When you stay in your integrity, you automatically stay in alignment with your higher self. Stay in your integrity. You will automatically, when you stay in alignment with your higher self, you will automatically bring everything, all opportunities, all people, places, and things to you that bring you into joy. So turn everything that you get slapped in the face with, turn it upside down and learn from that. Learn and grow from that. There are no coincidences. There are no accidents. Everything is here for us to learn from. Okay. And please hop on board. You know how to find me. I'll put a link up. And these codes are magnificent. It's instantaneous, it's easy, and it's long-lasting. Namaste.